What a weekend. We had Tom Brady unretiring from the NFL. I wasn't really all that surprised by this news. Over the last month or so, we hadn't really heard much about Tampa Bay aggressively looking for a new quarterback. Football is Tom Brady's life. It's all he knows. When Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, when they retired, it was time. They had both regressed to the point where they were kind of a hindrance to their own team. Tom Brady's still one of the top three quarterbacks in the NFL. Why would he retire? We also had March Madness starting this weekend. Tournament starts on Thursday. Conference tournaments wrapped up yesterday. I'm sure we'll get more into that at some point this week. We had the time change, which is completely useless. I don't understand why we continue to change time twice a year. Just leave it alone. The weekend was jam-packed with news. Kyrie Irving, he attended the Nets game yesterday. I watched it. It was in Brooklyn. He wasn't allowed to sit on the bench, though. That would be too dangerous. He wasn't allowed to play. New York City was afraid that if he played, he would spread the fungus. Kyrie Irving had to buy tickets just like the average Joe and sit in the crowd. Makes no sense to me, but I digress. None of these stories, though, are as big or as exciting as what I'm about to share with you. When we look back at this weekend, I don't know, maybe a year from now, we're not going to remember Tom Brady unretiring. No! How could we possibly care about that when we have news about America's favorite couple? You may be thinking, KC, who is America's favorite couple? I'm not talking about Joe and Jill Biden. It's not Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian. But isn't that kind of a strange relationship? Anyway, I'm not talking about the giraffe and the moose either, who identify as a couple. I'm talking about America's favorite couple. Jackson Mahomes and Brittany Matthews. Oh, wait a minute, my bad. Hold on. I get this confused sometimes because Jackson Mahomes and Brittany Matthews are constantly taking hideous pictures together and posting them to social media. If the real star is included in these pictures, Patrick Mahomes, he normally looks miserable. He normally has that face of, how am I related to this feminine motherfucker? Don't worry, Patrick. We're all wondering the same thing. Over the weekend, Patrick Mahomes created a nightmare for the NFL by marrying Brittany Matthews. Now, before I go any further, let me just say this. I am happy for Patrick Mahomes. Even though the two leeches constantly embarrass him, he has handled them with about as much class as could be expected. Patrick Mahomes has done what a man is supposed to do. No matter the circumstances, whether the fame whores are in the right or wrong, and they're always in the wrong, but no matter the circumstances, Patrick Mahomes has always stayed loyal and defended his family. I know I am highly critical of Brittany Matthews and her behavior, but one thing I cannot accuse her of is being a gold digger. She has been with Patrick Mahomes since the 10th grade. She has been by his side through this entire journey. But things are about to change, and we'll get to that in just a second. The wedding of Patrick Mahomes and Brittany Matthews took place in Hawaii over the weekend. Last Thursday, Jackie Mahomes posted this picture on his Instagram with the caption, "Best man type vibes." Now, I found this kind of strange for a couple of reasons. One, if I remember correctly, and we are to believe the reports, Jackie Mahomes was not invited to the bachelor party of his brother. Now, I have been involved in many weddings throughout my lifetime, including my own. Every wedding I've been involved with, the best man throws the bachelor party. Not only did Jackie not plan the bachelor party of Patrick Mahomes, he wasn't fucking invited. Now, I don't blame Patrick Mahomes for this. Can you imagine a bachelor party thrown by Jackie? There would be pink everywhere. Male strippers, girly dancing, heart balloons, Richard Simmons workout videos, pin the tail on the Jackie, bobbing for Jackie, where the contestants put their heads in a tub of water searching for Jackie's balls. It would be a fucking disaster. Now, the second thing I found strange about this Instagram post, the caption, Best man vibes. When I saw this last week, I reached out to several sources who were attending the wedding. They confirmed my suspicions. Jackie Mahomes was not the best man. Jackie Mahomes was the maid of honor. He was wearing a custom-designed Versace dress. I'm sure at some point this week, he will post a video to TikTok dancing in his dress with his little white umbrella. Jackie was super busy last week. Before heading out to Hawaii, he did something all self-respecting men do. No, he didn't play 18 holes of golf. He didn't play pickup basketball. Jackie has big plans to leave Kansas City and move out to Los Angeles. That shaking you felt in LA last week, that was not an earthquake. That was thousands of people fleeing the city after they heard Jackie Mahomes was moving to town. He was in LA last week looking for a room to rent in a male bathhouse. While in Los Angeles, he checked an item off his bucket list that is a dream of every man across America. Jackie Mahomes attended a Justin Bieber concert. Not only is he a TikTok star, Jackie is a believer too. TMZ reported that Jackson Mahomes was swarmed by a mob of fans asking for selfies. Here is the mob of fans. When TMZ said mob, I think they meant to say Jackson Mahomes was swarmed by one terribly confused woman. She was either confused or blind. Maybe she is a fan of Jackie's, I don't know. Perhaps they have a lot in common. They wear the same makeup, like the same dresses. Maybe they'll become besties. Now, to Jackson Mahomes' credit, TMZ reported that he was gracious to his fans and took pictures with all 2 or 3 of them. He treated these people much better than he treats hardworking small businesses. But anyway, I'm rambling on about Jackie Mahomes when the topic of this video is the wedding of his brother. Earlier, I said things were about to change for Brittany Matthews. I should have corrected myself. Now she is an official wife of an NFL quarterback. Things have to change. Will she change her behavior? I highly doubt it. In a perfect world, the days of Brittany Matthews acting like a lunatic should be over. It's time to grow up. You're a mother. Now you're a wife. It's time to start carrying yourself with class. It's time to start acting like a real woman. To be honest with you, it's time for Brittany Matthews to know her place. Now, I know that statement is triggering to my feminists out there. What a fucking misogynist. How dare this man tell a woman to know her place? Yeah, well, I don't look at the world through the eyes of feminism. I live in reality. We all have our place. We all have our roles. Yesterday, we talked about Naomi Osaka having another emotional breakdown. I was sent some screenshots last night of some social justice warrior who was triggered. He was all in his feelings. He was so upset that I had the audacity to call out Naomi Osaka. He claimed athletes should not be subjected to people criticizing them. That's what us normal people call a utopian view. It's unrealistic. It was ironic, actually, because this shitfuck was doing the same thing to me that made him upset when I did it to Naomi Osaka. Another example of SJW hypocrisy. My girl asked me how comments like that don't upset me. I told her, it doesn't mean anything. This guy knew his place. He was playing his role. He's a miserable social justice warrior, and he was doing what SJWs are supposed to do. Spread their misery. It's time for Brittany Matthews to know her role. It's time for her to do what NFL wives are supposed to do. Fade into the background. Patrick Mahomes does not need you telling the world that he can't be stopped. We already know that. Patrick Mahomes doesn't need you pouring champagne on children. He doesn't need you incessantly posting your childish antics to Instagram. It is time to act like an adult. It's time to act like the wife of an NFL quarterback. Playtime is over. There are plenty of women that Brittany Matthews can emulate when it comes to acting like the wife of an NFL quarterback. Sierra, Giselle, Brittany Breeze, the wives of Peyton and Eli Manning. Matter of fact, the Manning family needs to sit down with the entire Mahomes family and teach them how the first family of the NFL is supposed to behave. They need to focus most of this therapy session on Jackie. This kid is in desperate need of an intervention. Is that show still on A&E Intervention? If so, Jackson Mahomes would be perfect for their next episode. On this episode of Intervention, the Mahomes family confronts Jackie Mahomes and pleads with him to accept help. We offer him 90 days in a military boot camp, hoping they can teach him how to act like a man instead of a 13-year-old girl. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Patrick Mahomes marries Brittany Matthews. Will she change her behavior? Will she grow up? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys later.